Thank you, Tarina. We are in great hands with those leaders. Now, are you ready to get your hands on some fun stuff? Here for a special announcement on inclusive design and that absolute connection between sustainability and accessibility. Say hello to Microsoft's Chief Sustainability Officer, Melanie Nakagawa, and General Manager of Packaging and Content. And they're already messing around over there. I'm not sure if they're paying attention. Guys, can I pass to you?
Sorry. Hi there. You've caught us here in the Microsoft studios admiring a variety of accessible packaging for Microsoft products that are also single-use plastic-free, including Xbox consoles and Surface laptops. Hi, I'm Melanie Nakagawa.
And I'm Julian Duffy. We're so happy to be here. So Melanie, people might be wondering why we're here at the Ability Summit talking about sustainability and packaging, but there's a really good reason for that, right?
Absolutely, you're right. So the truth is, these three areas complement each other and come together quite naturally. At Microsoft, we're committed to putting sustainability at the core of our work. So one of the ways we're bringing this to life is by working to be a zero-waste company by 2030. We create devices, build offices and data centers, and use manufactured goods. All of these areas generate waste. So we've committed to designing and sourcing materials responsibly. How we package our products is a key part of this equation, and that's where you and your team come in hand. Our goal is to eliminate single-use plastics from product packaging by the end of this year, and to shift to 100% recyclable packaging by 2030. These shifts are all about being better for our planet. Single-use plastics can take decades to break down and often end up as litter and polluting our oceans and our rivers like these things.
Yeah, and that's where a lot of our teams do a lot of work together, right? In FY24, the average of single-use plastic by product packaging weight was down to 4% across our portfolio. And today, all of our new packaging is single-use plastic free by design. Since 2020, we've reduced single-use plastic use 30% across our portfolio, and we're on track to be at that 0% goal by the end of 2025.
The team is also making great progress on making packaging with recycled materials. So, for example, this Xbox packaging over here is made with 92% recycled content. This is great news for the planet. It's using less virgin materials to make the packaging.
For sure, it's great progress. The other thing it shows is that elevating sustainability doesn't have to mean a compromise in customer experience. And when it comes to experience, accessibility is a fundamental pillar of how we create. For example, we incorporated accessibility into our latest Surface Copilot Plus PCs with our hinge box opening, and it's such an elegant moment. You get to open that and have a great customer experience, but from an accessibility standpoint, it's much easier to be able to open that with one hand. We also see our prominent tactile pull tab here. We have this tactile element that helps, grab that purchase and then be able to remove and evacuate the product from the package. These elements were designed to make it easier for many people to access their devices.
So the question becomes, why are we doing all of this? There are a couple of reasons. First, we believe that those who can do more should. I know it's been shared today that Microsoft's mission is to empower every person and organization on the planet to achieve more. It's in the Microsoft ethos that, as market leaders, we have an obligation to go beyond what's necessary and do what's right for people and what's right for the planet. And second, we're meeting demand. When it comes to sustainability, our customers and partners expect that we're doing everything we can to reduce our environmental footprint. So if I zoom out here, when I'm thinking about Microsoft's overall environmental footprint, the vast majority of it comes from emissions and waste produced by our suppliers. And this actually goes both ways. Companies that work with Microsoft are seeing our emissions and waste figures in their own footprints. It's a chain. So when one of us makes an improvement to our house, we all benefit. This is a mutual expectation for improvement, and it's really quite motivating.
Sure, and I'll add to that second point, the accessibility lens. We know that 1.3 billion people, that's 16% of the world's population, experience significant disability. And among adults, that number is actually higher. It's closer to 1 in 4. Microsoft does well when everyone can access our products. Ensuring that our Surface Copilot Plus laptops are both single-use plastic-free and can be opened with one hand, it's the right thing to do for both people, planet, and for the business.
I think what's so exciting about this is that we're talking not about trade-offs or what we need to trade off on, but really it's not about either or. It's a both and kind of decision.
Yeah.
From so many perspectives, these are the obvious decisions to make. For example, when we redesigned this Xbox controller last year, We made sure that it used 19% less material and resulted in that. And so it was more recyclable, more accessible, and delivered cost savings for the business.
Yeah, we're incredibly proud of the packaging and the accessible packaging that we've created. We brought a few examples into the studio today, and this is where I get to play around and be a packaging nerd. So, one of the things you'll see is the consistency of the elements, from, this loop that we started on the Xbox Adaptive Controller here in the center, which enables not just to grab, but to be able to slide that product out. That's come through on our Xbox console, and it's come through here on our new adaptive joystick. And that's been spread and extended across the Surface portfolio with the pull tabs that I talked about. It's really that consistency that people can experience, across all of our products that help it be more accessible. These represent thousands of hours of research, community outreach, testing, tons and tons of trial and error. My team and many others across Microsoft have devoted years of work to developing packaging that's as delightful and frictionless as possible to open. One of our key accessibility goals is to minimize those barriers. Think about the amount of times that you might have struggled to open a plastic clamshell, maybe with some injuries involved, or those shrink-wrapped CDs and DVDs of the 90s and early 2000s, right?
I sure do. This evolution's incredible because I can feel myself getting irritated by the number of Band-Aids I needed when I was trying to rip open that clamshell and I cut my finger.
Exactly. We've made it our goal to design packaging that can be opened simply, easily, and quickly, regardless of ability. We know that our customers aren't necessarily ordering Surfaces or Xbox controllers just for the packaging, as much as a packaging person would love that to be the case. But they do expect a great product experience, which of course starts when they open the box. Melanie, what you said earlier on about our customer sustainability progress being interconnected, it really does resonate. If we want to improve our own environmental footprint, we have an obligation to help others improve theirs. This also applies to accessibility. Accessibility is not a privilege, it's a fundamental right. And because of this, we have a responsibility to share our knowledge broadly. We've learned so much on our journey to date, and we're committed to sharing these learnings openly so they can be leveraged and improved upon. And that's why we're so excited to share that today that we've created and we are publishing our Accessible Packaging Design Guide. The guide includes more than 70 pages of guidelines, principles, packaging elements such as the loops, tabs, and tactile touchpoints that I talked about earlier on. It's really a culmination of our insights and our learnings. We're excited to share this openly and publicly. I hope that it serves as a helpful tool to anyone who's interested in inclusive design and accessibility in packaging. We also hope to learn from all of you. Within the guide, you'll find our email address, and we hope that you'll share as you learn.
That's fantastic, Julian. Sustainability and accessibility share a theme. We're in this together. When we're doing more than what's necessary for both people and the planet, we all win. But we still have more work to do. We have more inclusive, single-use plastic-free packaging to design, so Julie and I are going to go get back to it. So thank you so much to the Microsoft Accessibility team and to all of you for joining us today.
Thanks, Melanie, and thank you all for joining us today. To close, we'd like to share a brief video about our Accessible Packaging Design Guide, just a glimpse into our journey. We hope the guide is useful, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thanks.
We've been on this journey for about 5 or 6 years now, and we never could have imagined where it would have led us as packaging designers, as product makers, as brand builders, and as a company. What began as a singular product moment with the Xbox Adaptive Controller now drives every package that we create. Within packaging and content, we try to learn something new every day. Inclusive design ultimately is about infinite learning. It's about seeing the world and what we create through as many eyes as possible and about bringing those people along with us.
We've always been a team that wants to be keyed into the needs of our users, the needs of our customers. We really figured if we're going to be true to, our mission and what we do, then that experience really has to transcend every aspect of the product.
Our approach to accessibility is that we want to share that out to empower everyone across the globe to achieve more. And that means that every single step of the way, it has to include people with disabilities.
And so for us, it's being very clear on which audience, which part of the disability community we're serving, and and then finding ways that it benefits other parts of the community and the non-disabled population as well.
I'm really excited to get these guidelines out. I think they are a testament to the teams that have built them and the years that have gone into building, designing and trialing and erroring what it takes to build an accessible package. And I hope that this breeds a new wave of accessible, sustainable, gorgeously designed packaging.
This didn't happen overnight. It takes commitment. Commitment from our team, commitment from our partners and from the business. But what better way to live our company values and really make a meaningful contribution on a human level than by creating experiences that are accessible to as many people as possible.
So for the folks who've never been able to open their own phone, their own computer box, their own gaming console, everybody loves that, sort of birthday present moment where you get to open it and it's yours and you get to have that experience.
This is a true story. I opened my new Surface device this morning. I didn't have to knock on anyone's door and ask them to open it for me. I was able to do it all independently.
It's incredibly humbling and inspiring to work with the community. We receive feedback from our customers and get input and outreach all the time as part of our process, and this just feeds our desire to learn even more. Because when brand and product makers commit to making everyone feel included, commit to trying to build more inclusive experiences, well, then the world is just a better place, isn't it?